All right, got you. Yep. So yeah, man. Interesting week. Got pulled over on the way home today because my I was starting to go through like a work zone,
Hmm.
and so it went from 55 to 35 kind of quick, and that was a wrap for me. But luckily, you just sometimes just being nice and upfront about what's going on will get you and save you a whole lot of hassle. My man was like, all right, you know, I was like, man, my bad. I seen the sign. I know it's yellow or orange around here, so forgive me. You know what I mean? What did I do though? And he was like, 53 in a 35 work zone. I was like, right, because it's 55 back there. So by the time I slowed down, it wasn't enough. So I'm not trying to be that guy that really started laughing and shit. So got one for us. I got out of there unscathed, no problem, no ticket. I will tell you this though. Why do you make me roll my window back up and check my tints and put the little machine on it? And was like, he saw the reading and he goes, that's not good. That's not good at all. And I was like, what happened? He's like, that's illegal. He's
And you
like,
didn't get it. You didn't get a ticket for that either.
he was like, that's legal. You gotta get that taken off. I was like, all right, I'll go right now. I'll go get it taken off right now. So that's how my day ended.
Let me
My
get this
work.
straight. Hold up.
Talk about it.
Hold up. So you
Yes.
got pulled over
Yes.
doing something you shouldn't have been doing.
18 miles an hour over the speed limit in a
18
work.
miles over the speed limit, and you had invalid tints on, and you got out of there with no ticket in your
Yes.
life.
Yes. Yes. It's possible. It's possible.
Oh, oh,
Yep. It's possible on a regular basis.
wow.
Yep.
What do I need to do to obtain that?
Um, I don't know because I think you probably behave very similar to me in the respect manner. You just probably you you probably the same way as me. Respectful.
Is this the problem?
Well,
I'm just asking.
it could be. I can't say it's not, brother. Right? I can't.
Mm.
How do you treat those situations? Because I know and I know you have a way. So like when that's for you, in your mind, right? Like
Yeah.
if you busted, you speeding right here. You was
Uh-huh.
speeding, right?
Right.
Black cop, making a black cop walks up on you. Okay?
That almost never happens, but all right.
All right, let's say it is, right?
Okay. Why the cop gotta be black though?
Because I want to take the racial part out of it because
But,
I
it's,
want
but you can't. But you can't. Because every traffic stop is racially charged for a black man. And that's the truth. That's
I
not
know.
words.
Because that energy is there. I
there.
know. I know. No, I know. But I'm trying to ask you something to try to cut through that right quick. Because I want to know
Okay.
what your mindset is on something. If
But you
you
understand.
what?
But I get what you're saying. But here's what let me preset before you go into the question.
Okay.
My baseline is always one of defensiveness.
I
Because
know.
I
I know.
expected to be a white officer, right, with his cap on, with his hand on his firearm, approaching my window, being all extra about it. So
For no reason.
I gotta, if it turns out to not be that way, I gotta actually calm down. Does that make sense? I don't start calm and then ramp up. I'm already on edge. So that's different.
Okay, so because you know, and I know how you be.
Yeah.
Let's say you. Okay, let me paint this picture.
Yeah.
You're in your joint. I'm not gonna shout out what car you got, but you got a fast joint, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And you wanted to open up because you got some new headers on that MFer, right? And you open up and you doing a buck now, right?
Sure.
And then you not in the residential, you in this area you could do 55, but now you doing the buck, and all of a sudden, whoop whoop, you see it. Okay,
Right.
you poop. Now let me ask you this: when that happens to me, I instantly just get off the gas. I slowly get on the brake and I make my way over. Like I don't act like I wasn't just doing a buck. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
All right. So what do you do right there, personally?
It depends on the time of day.
Oh,
If it's nighttime, I keep fucking driving until I get to a gas station or a place where there's a business still open.
Okay, I get that 100%.
Yeah, I'm not going to be in the dark with no cop.
Right. I feel
That's just what it is.
So okay, broad daylight.
If it's broad daylight, I'm gonna pull over somewhere safe. So if I'm in the middle of a freeway and there's no curb, I'm not pulling over there.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit the exit ramp. You're gonna have to fucking follow me.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Okay. Now you get pulled over.
Yeah.
Okay. The cop walks up. As soon as he starts speaking to you, you feel a level of respect. He's not being a dick. He's doing his job, right?
So never something that never happens. Got it. Go ahead.
Wouldn't that be nice, right? Your next course of action, what would it be? Right here, you know you did this bug. You know you just got pulled over. You know you pulled over in a reasonable manner.
Right.
How do you get, in your mind, how do you get out of that?
I own it. You own it immediately.
Right.
And then you be like, yeah, sometimes, my PTSD be kicking in. And then that'll lighten the situation. So I use humor to diffuse a tense situation.
See, yeah.
I'm like, oh, you a vet? I'm like, yeah, you ain't see my plates. And they normally be like, oh, yeah, I was wondering what those were. And then, you let it play out. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel you. I feel the same exact way. That's exactly like a little bit of humor, professionalism, but own it though. Like, you fucked it up, but at least have a funny reason why. You know what I'm saying? So
Rock said I'm asking for a pissed off cop by doing all that. Rock, what do you mean? How am I asking for a pissed off officer? Enlighten us. What do you mean? Go ahead, Gabe.
Why? Because he's probably just gonna say because when you don't pull over right away.
Nope. I'm not. I don't have to be unsafe because you won't pull me over. And if you make that claim that you had to follow me for 2 miles, I'm gonna say it was unsafe where I was, and that whole part of the statement is gonna get thrown out. Yeah, no. If it's safe, Rock, I'll pull over. If it's not, if there's no curb, if I'm gonna be halfway in traffic still, if it's dark as fuck, I'm not pulling over, and ain't nobody gonna tell me to do otherwise. I'll pay an extra $5 if that's what it takes. I'm not gonna lose my life. So nah.
Yeah, and you can wait. You can get to the next safe area
absolutely
aggressively. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't keep doing a buck to get there. You know what I'm saying?
Limit, but I'm gonna keep fucking going.
Right, until you get to that spot. Yeah. But I do think it's about how you get there too. You know what I'm saying? Because like you're just going to speed off until you get there. I think you are asking for more trouble. You know what I mean? It's almost like now you're doing it in their face now. But anyway, it's nice to see you, man. Every Tuesday. I know we didn't even get a chance to talk at all. We didn't really converse at all until just now, since last week. Next week, I am not around. So I'm not sure if you want to take a week off. I'm not sure if you want to run a solo. So it's going to be up to you.
Nah. It's good to have a break, man. And I got some things going on next week too. So I might jump on a live for a little bit, but for the most part, I think it's good to have a little mini break.
Take a little summer vacay right here from the show. So we'll come up with a couple different albums to go over, since it will be away for a couple of weeks, and when we can reconvene, we could talk about it. So dope, super fire. Yeah, it's super producer Big Angie. We celebrating her next week, so it's a big week for her. She turning 21 again.
Exactly.
And you know what I'm saying?
Don't look older than 19, bro. So you got a winner right there. You got a winner.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you. So, what's the deal? I saw NHL Bravo was in here. I want to salute that brother. I see Rock is in here from Rock's Kitchen out in Stony Point. Make sure you hit that brother up for your meal prep. Get that in real quick. It's the What We Talking About podcast. It is your boy Blackout. It's Gabriel. It's Finally TV. Every Tuesday, 7 p.m. we in here. We try to give you guys at least 90 minutes of our life. Maybe sometimes a little shorter. You never know. But we out here every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Shout out to the Rec Boys. Shout out to Too Humble. Shout out to In the Field Radio. To Tyler's Room. To all the other platforms. Moochie's out here doing things. Zilla. Six Boroughs out here doing things. You know what I mean? I seen that Chance show, man. See, these weddings got me effed up in the game, brother. 845 been putting on some dope little events, and I've only been a part of just a few of them, and I feel like there's been like 10 of them that I've missed out on. This Chance one looks special, man. I seen Wavy and Niaja on stage together doing things. It looked like a movie, bro. You peep that?
You heard about it. People's out there doing their thing. That's what's up.
Yeah. And then there was that other show that was going on, the Parlay Lounge, I think it's called.
Yeah, it was album release. It was album listening.
Yes.
Andy Ivana.
Yep. But they had performances and people chilling. Also want to shout out your joint. When's your joint dropping? We gonna talk about that?
Right, come on, bro. It's almost done.
Almost done.
Okay. Listen, almost done. No cap. Listen.
Yeah,
listen.
You wear one. You wear it well.
No cap. And you know, a name change. So it's the end of an era.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It's the end of it. Look, it's the end of an era.
Oh boy. Yo. All right, so that ain't never coming out. So at least just send me some.
Hold up. Don't do. First of all, listen. You and Rock with y'all bullshit. Check it out. I was supposed to drop Remy Black, right? Right.
Hey, what happened? Hey,
my brother went MIA on me. You know what I'm saying? I had to pivot and put together a whole new project. I had to rush it. Something that's supposed to take me 6 months. Not rush like the quality, but I just had to pivot from one album to the next one. So I got an album that's basically done that I couldn't release. Waiting for my brother, you know what I mean? And I had to go finish up my album real quick. So you can't just do that in a week. You know what I mean? You gotta get shit laid. You gotta get it mixed and mastered. You gotta make sure it's some point. It ain't no bullshit. So I had to pivot. You know what I mean? Pivot. But it's close.
So that joint happened Friday. And then there was some other joint. I think it was the same joint. Is that where Buddha the Great was performing at? Was it at that joint? No, it was at so-and-so's birthday bash or something like that. I got to go look back. But there was another event where Buddha the Great was performing. They asked me to go out there and do like some media coverage, and I couldn't because I was doing a wedding.
You're doing the Get Right and all that. Yeah.
Yep, to Get Right. Yes.
I was jumping this week.
It really was, man. So salute to everybody doing things out there. I mean, I love it, man. I love it. I feel like we all have that itch to want to do something, and everybody's got that fever. So a bunch of little things. Now I don't want to keep diminishing. I'm saying little, but a bunch of stuff is like actually happening and not just being talked about. Like people are actually doing it, and it's like it's cool, man. It's only gonna lead to
this 845 Be Wildin' thing that Moochie putting together. For the area again, like a follow-up to the event she had a couple of weeks ago. That's going to be big. That's going to be a Halloween event. I also see this boat party jumping off over there in Kingston at the end of this month. Like there's just today is National Night Out. So in Middletown and in Newburgh, thing going on right now. It's like events out in the streets. Face painting, things like that, music being played, vendors, all that kind of stuff. So National Night Out. Like it's good to see people getting outside and things being done again, even though it seems like as a country we starting to go right back to COVID with the mask mandates coming back and the city trying to shut back down and all kind of weird shit. So we in this weird space. I want people to keep going out, being active, getting involved, enjoying while we can. But while you do it, be safe. And if you're not vaccinated, at the very least, people put on a mask. Like if you do that, then you keep the infection rate low, the transmission rate low, and we ain't got to go back to August of last year in the crib and can't do shit. Everybody on furlough.
Yeah, I still have a mask in my car, and because I'm not vaccinated, so I still keep it around. I keep it on, and I have to admit, like even I was just saying this to one of my coworkers today, like definitely have gotten lax over time with that protocol for myself. Right. You know what I mean? But every day you turn on the news, there's more stuff happening. It's like, it's interesting because like Angie is more diligent about it. So like when we go to the mall and stuff, she grabs her mask to come on, you know what I mean? And like, I have it in my hand. I'm walking in and like, I look at her, she has it on. I'm like, what am I doing? I need to put this on too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, kind of got to get back to that because the way it's looking right now is not good. Like Florida's already talking about mandating a certain amount of mask wearing and having to present stuff. Now New York City's talking about maybe they're going to do restaurants and bars and fitness
Not no
centers.
maybe. That's a thing. Ain't no maybe. He did that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I know California has reinstated their indoor mask thing, you know, in a few different counties. It's, you know, so it's definitely trying to surge again, and we definitely got to do our part to keep that at bay because as much as I did enjoy like the solitude and it was just a different world during the pandemic, and I didn't necessarily hate it. I just wanted it to end eventually, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't hate the change. I didn't hate, you know, certain aspects of what we went through in the past 18 months. You know what I mean? It wasn't all bad. But I don't want to go back again to, you know, no mask out. Or you know what they're going to do? Like severely truncate what we can do, meaning I'll be able to do weddings, but it'll be back to 50 people and everybody got to have a mask on. So now you're going to have like these bridesmaids all dolled up wearing a damn mask. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have, you know, guests not being able to really interact and all that.
We don't want to do all that. So niggas just need to wear their mask. You're not vaccinated, put on a mask. The transmission rate will go down, and it's that simple. If you don't, they're gonna lock shit back down. It's that simple.
We will not shut down. But why did I see a car with blackout license plate and it was not you? What?
Yo, because you didn't see it that way. You saw BLAKOUT. You ain't see that. Put it in the air. That's what you saw.
She knows.
Blackout OC, you saw like that? Niggas jocking my shit. All right. Yeah. That's why the name change coming.
Wait, you mean an actual like your stage name is changing?
Uh-huh.
You're not gonna be Blackout no more?
King Black.
So look, yes, she says.
Yeah, that's why I'm changing the name, Ange. No more. No more.
Can I ask you on air?
Yeah.
Does this have something to do with that release that went down?
Part of that too.
Yeah. Got you.
And I'm pulling back all my stuff from my other distributors, my old distributor, and pulling all my shit down and releasing everything under my new label, under my new distributor, under my new name. You know what I'm saying? Still, it ain't gonna be nothing weird. It's still me. You gonna know it's me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just slightly different, and it's already trademarked, and can't nobody else have done it. That was the problem I was having before. You know what I mean? I started uploading music before I owned the name.
Uh-huh.
So it's kind of hard to win those battles when niggas ape on your name. So that I own this one, I own it.
Got you. Free game.
There you go.
From a lesson, because you know, as versed as Black is in this whole thing, look what can happen, man. You got to pay attention, man. You got to pay attention. So learn from a brother. You know what I'm saying? Learn. You know, those are very important lessons right there. It's interesting with all that. On the flip side of things, you know, talking about people getting together, Lollapalooza was going nuts. It was a headliner type of thing. I think if you turn on the TV, what up, Cass? I see she's in the building. Angie's in the building. You know, every time you turn on TV, they were talking about performances or something that was going down there. You know what I mean? 100,000 people a day, I read, through there. You saw all the memes with the "Where's Waldo" and all that, because that's exactly what it looked like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had mentioned to you that I thought that the event coordinators and all that at least did, or the producers of that at least try to get ahead of some of this stuff by making people who attended produce a vaccination card and or a negative COVID test within time. Right. So I thought that was cool. But then you had said,
what'd I say?
$50 you could get in on the sly. For $50 you could. And
I ain't listen. I ain't snitching. I'm just telling you what happened. And what happened was when you get 100,000 people in the same spot, it ain't 100,000 people vaccinated in the same spot. You do the fucking math.
Right. So that's dangerous, man, because they were partying like everything was cool. 100,000 people.
How many events though in the last? We keep overlooking it. How many events has it been? Oh, this wedding popped off last week, and now everybody got the fucking corona. Like this has been in the news constantly, and we just overlooking it. It's gonna take a super spreader event like Lollapalooza to have 50,000 people get the fucking monkey for us to stop doing this shit. You know what I mean? And from you know what I mean. I believe that $50 probably changed hands. 10,000 times. And if you think about it, like just the amount of people at that location, if I had a chance to make 10,000 times 50, I'm probably gonna do that.
Right.
Like, that's a lot of fucking money.
A lot.
That's a lot of fucking money. So yeah, you're like, you give me 50, you get up in here. Like, all right, bet. If you just think 1 in 10 people ain't vaccinated, but show up to get in, yeah, security cleared a lot of bread. That's a lot. That's a lot of bread.
It's a lot of bread.
That's like $500,000.
Yeah, it is $500,000. You pay out people, you still can take home 300.
Yeah, exactly. See what I'm saying? So I ain't saying nobody said nothing. I'm just saying that if $50 is changing hands, it sounds good to me. Sound like a plan. Probably something that happened.
I hear that. No, but in there, I think it's like split up over 4 nights. And bro, I never really talk about this type of stuff, but damn if Meg Thee Stallion stylist didn't hit a home run with that girl's outfit for her stage. I don't know if you got to peep that, but her stage performance, I think it's so dope. Like from my point of view, being an event host myself and used to talking in front of, I've talked in front of maybe 600, 700 people at one time. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to that. You know what I mean? And to watch these performers, bro, in front of that monsterish crowd, bro, the energy that must be flowing through that individual at that time. You know what I mean? So they're not thinking about what they're wearing or what they're doing. This girl's outfit, I don't know if y'all saw it, but good job. They did a great job with that girl's outfit. Wow. But her performance was cool. She was out there. I know you heard about the baby. You heard about the baby.
Of course.
The baby, man. He ain't really say nothing that was a lie, bro.
I mean, he said a lot of lies. What you mean, Gabe?
He didn't say a lot of lies, bro.
He said AIDS will kill you in 2 weeks. What you mean? He lied. He capped about a lot of shit. What you mean?
Listen, I mean, full-blown AIDS, doesn't it kill you rather quick once it goes full-blown?
2 weeks, Gabe? You get AIDS in 2 weeks, you just gone.
You can have HIV for 30 years. That's magic. You know what I'm saying?
They ain't got it no more. They can't find it, so something happened.
Isn't that crazy? I wish they could, man. I really do, But so the baby, back to the baby.
Yeah.
He got in hot water, man. Over these remarks about, S&D in the parking lot and throw your hands up.
Hold up. Let me fix my shit. The fuck is S&D? What the fuck is that?
I said SMD.
What is SMD?
I said if you ain't S&D.
What is S&D?
S&D sucking dick. you like me to say it, you gay bastard?
No, I mean, why are you editing shit? Talk about if you ain't S&D, like that's just common nomenclature.
Sometimes Facebook shuts down your post for no damn reason. You said dick too many times.
Say performing fellatio.
Giving blowjobs in the parking lot. All my fellas who wasn't sucking dick in the parking lot make some noise.
Hold up. Why do you think he said that shit? Why do you think he got on stage and said if you wasn't sucking dick in the parking lot getting HIV, make some noise? I feel like
people were coming on to him. I feel like people were coming on to him. They were grabbing him, and it was dudes talking about, let me ask your D. Let me ask you D. Let me ask you D.
He said that immediately after the dude threw a shoe at him, right? Basically. So I think he was just kind of mad.
He did too because he had that mad walk. He was like walking off to the side. He's like, "Yo, if you ain't sucking dick in the parking lot, get
or some shit that'll kill you in 2 to 3 weeks." That's what he said.
Yep.
Make some noise. We not sucking dick tonight. That's what he said. It was mad weird. Look, here's the point though. Here's the point.
Yes.
He got a lot of backlash for it, and he still is.
He got canceled off another festival.
Several festivals. He's been kicked out of.
I'm hearing me in the background, by the way. Is that me or you?
I don't know. Probably you. But T.I., like always, came to his defense because T.I.'s fucking weird. He keeps defending everybody who says weird shit, which is fucking weird.
I know.
Yeah. I don't know what's up with our OGs, man. They losing their mind. Here's my point, though. One thing I did hear people saying that I think is important. The Baby's a rapper. And in his songs, he kills people, murders people, drugs women, and fucks them. Like, you just name it, he doing it. So him saying, if we not sucking dick and getting AIDS, make some noise. I do not understand. No, real talk. I don't understand what the fuck the outcry is about. Think about his music and then think about the statement. So because there wasn't a beat, it now changes it. Like, what the? It's dumb. Second, if that's how that man feel, why can't he say how he feel?
Because he don't get freedom of speech.
Which seems weird because he makes music about all kind of shit, right?
Yeah.
So why can't he say if you're not sucking dick getting AIDS? Why is that a problem?
Because society says if you have a big platform and a big voice, we're going to scrutinize you more. Because you can offend.
What's wrong with what he
said? To me, nothing. But to them, they're saying you're being derogatory towards the gay community.
He didn't say nothing about being gay. I didn't hear the word gay come out of his mouth.
But that's who's getting offended by it because he's implying because he said if you're not a dude sucking dick in the parking lot. That's what he wasn't talking to girls.
He did not say gay.
He didn't, but he implied guy on guy oral sex.
Okay, so if he would have said if you're not a chick sucking dick getting AIDS, that would have been better?
Yeah. Because then you're not. Yes.
Come on, yes, Gabe. You're not offending women, half the population.
Yeah, no, that's different. Cool. He don't get the hate from the gay community if it goes that way.
But if his name was Lil Nas X, then he could say it.
I don't know.
Lil Nas X says it all the time. So
what do you mean? He says what?
The derogatory homo stuff. What do you mean?
Because he is gay. He's talking about himself.
So if the Baby says I'm now gay, and then follows it up by saying if you're not a man sucking dick in the parking lot, that statement is now better, and then goes back and says I'm now straight again.
Well, no, you can't flip flop. But
hold on. Oh, so gay people can't flip flop?
No, there's no flip flopping in and out of the closet shit, bro. Not for your own convenience. Nobody's gonna believe you. You're gonna have to do like a gay porn to believe it. Facts, right?
Okay. All I'm saying is freedom of speech. People can say all kind of nigger this, racist shit that. Speak their opinion. It's an amendment for a reason, and he feels that way, and he should be able to say whatever the fuck it is that he want to say. Now listen, freedom of speech. He should be able to say whatever the fuck he wants to say. He didn't hurt nobody. Well, he didn't tell nobody to hurt nobody. He just told you how he felt.
I agree. Word. If Lil Nas said it, everything would be okay. That's what Rock says. Rock's Kitchen out in Stony Point.
I'm offended by all lives matter, but I can't go out and cancel people's lives and their well-being. For them saying that shit, that shit's weird.
I just think this whole cancel culture thing, bro, is crazy. It is. And I don't know where it comes from. Does help me understand it? Is it Twitter? Is it a sense of entitlement and empowerment?
It started on Twitter.
Yeah.
Cancel culture started on Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that because it's not Instagram. Instagram don't move like that.
Nope, it's a Twitter thing.
It is a Twitter thing. Twitter and Facebook, I would say those two.
Sure, but it actually started on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm saying those two platforms carry out the mission, though. You know what I'm saying?
In a way, sure.
You know, because I feel like if you're not on Twitter, you're on Facebook, and they know that, so they kind of, you know what I'm saying? Make sure they hit everybody.
Twitter as it's supposed to be used. Like Twitter's noisy. It's just too much going on. That shit is useless to me.
I use it for a very specific thing, and that specific thing is battle rap. So I follow all the battle rappers so I can just stay in tune with that stuff. And that's basically what I use it for. You know, I don't use it to connect with friends, or I use it basically like a battle rap news feed.
Got it. Makes sense.
You know, yeah. You know, it works really well for that, actually. Like if you use it that way, it's a really good tool. Because like, yeah, all the rappers start telling you about their releases, when their battles are coming out, this, that, and the third, you know? So, the Olympics are happening. We're doing very well. Yeah, we're doing what?
Basketball. What you? The only thing I watch. What you talking about?
Is that really the only thing you watch? So you don't watch the 100-meter hurdles, women?
Fuck no.
Well, I want you to know that a Puerto Rican girl won it.
I saw it.
You know, salute to that woman.
They hated the Shikari, so I was like, cancel. I canceled the track and field part of the Olympics because they hated the Shikari.
Stop it.
Not dead ass.
Stop it.
They hated the Shikari. I canceled that shit.
Stop it.
Find me one black person watching the track and field part of the Olympics.
I bet you can.
I bet you can't.
Usain Bolt.
Cancel.
He's watching it right now. He just talked about it online.
They canceled my girl.
Listen, they need to uncancel her because weed legal now. Like, let's stop this. This is
no synchronized swimming. Listen, only on the
cast in the building
every other years. And for 2022, I'm watching synchronized swimming. I don't watch it during the Olympic years. The 2 years in between is when I watch that. Yeah.
Interesting. Make sure y'all hitting that like, hit that share. I didn't think I had to remind y'all of this, but apparently I do. Last week y'all was sleeping. Hit that like, hit that share. Let people know what you're doing. You're watching the What We Talking About podcast every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Interesting though, Camacho Quinn, young lady, got that. She won gold. She hails from Puerto Rico, so salute to that sister. I'm very proud of her and her doing her thing. But overall, U.S. is just, we doing it. Like, this is what I was doing when I was a kid, just running away with shit. You know what I mean? Right? Well, she caught bronze though, even though she got the twisties.
What'd you think about that, Gate? Can I say something? I'm about to get canceled by my own people. Can I say something?
Yeah.
Can I say something? All right, bet. She was performing badly. And then all of a sudden she got the twisties.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was not feeling it. I felt like it was an attention grab or a cop out. I couldn't figure out which one.
Naomi Osaka was playing bad, and then all of a sudden her mental health started acting up. That's the tennis player. Y'all see my face? No, this shit been happening a lot.
It's becoming a common crutch, like the excuse to go with. Because to be pro mental
why it only
health
happens when you're not doing great.
Right. So you just played the mental health card because that's the card to play now. Everybody want to be mental health sensitive. You know, so if you come off insensitive about somebody's mental health, then you're like a heathen. What you think about that?
You're right. Oh, I'm not. Look, I'm not going to get more canceled. I said what I said though. I'm not. I know that mental health is important. I'm not making fun of that. Mental health is definitely important. But I find the timing of her and Naomi interesting. Put it like that. Put it like that. You were performing poorly, and then all of a sudden, mental health. I need to step away, and then you come back 3 days later because your mental health is better. And compete. Like when I had like a mental health issue, I was like a year in counseling. Like it wasn't like 2 sessions and I was back. Like I had a problem.
Right.
So how you get? Never mind. I'm gonna shut up because I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna shut up before I get
We're not
canceled.
Olympic athletes. We're not Olympic athletes. We don't
That's
know.
what it is. They get mentally well quicker. They're Olympians.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They got that good blood. Yo,
Y'all tell me to shut up when I need to. Just I'm gonna shut up.
listen. How about this? Talking about competition. This versus is going down tonight, brother. Dipset versus the Locks.
Factory.
Wow, it's here.
Dipset. What? Ow.
Your prediction is that Dipset walks away with this, and the grand consensus is people are going to say Dipset won?
It depends. Is Harlem watching or is Yonkers watching? Because, by the way, the Locks, them is not some New York niggas. Them some Yonkers niggas.
They're the sixth borough, though.
Yeah. I mean, we the sixth borough, but yeah, I know what you mean. They the 5.5 borough. But that ain't Harlem. That ain't the city. That ain't the city.
It's New York, though, bro.
But it ain't the city.
Yonkers and Mount Vernon are embraced by the city.
We get what you're saying, except when you're talking to other city niggas. See? Like colloquially, like the rest of the world might be like, but if you from Harlem, if you from the Bronx, you from Brooklyn, you Yonkers niggas ain't city niggas. That's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, don't try to push that. If you from down there, them Yonkers niggas ain't them niggas. Not when it come to a competition.
So listen, that said,
who watching? Is it Harlem or is it Yonkers? Who coming out?
I can't tell you that. So I need I need your opinion on who you think.
You already know
who you think to show up.
Dipset.
Okay.
What?
It's gonna be the Locks. It's gonna be the Locks, and Yonkers is definitely gonna show up.
It's like 6 people in Yonkers.
Yonkers is definitely gonna show up.
It's like 1 million people in Harlem. It's like 6
and I'm gonna tell you why, and it's gonna be because of one reason and one reason only. Why Yonkers is gonna come outside, because those are DMX's peoples, and this is going to be a way for all the DMX fans to come outside and support and salute his brothers. I'm telling you now.
That's going to be dope, and I think they're going to pay respect. But I also think, it's like we had to talk before, I'm a double R guy, right?
I know.
The Locks got a special place in my heart. I fuck with the Locks heavy. I just also am able to recognize that the Dips ran shit. They had an era. Locks never had one. And that's what's going to take it. And I see Rock saying that Jada going to take it by herself. Rock, Jada can't come out here playing Knock Yourself Out again like he did 2 months ago against Fab. He can't play the same records, bro. He played his shit already. If he comes out with the same records again, that's a overdub. Super Daddy. He got to play the underground shits. He got to play that Allen Iverson basketball sneaker shoe commercial. You can't be playing Knock Yourself Out and why. That's not gonna fly this time. He already got those off last verses. So that alone, Sheik ain't got enough. Styles gonna play I Get High, and that's about it. They're gonna play Mighty D Block. They're gonna play like Money, Power, Respect. They might play All About the Benjamins. You know what I'm saying? The Dipset's gonna just run. It's gonna just run them out the building, bro. They got too many.
That's what we said. But I don't think it's gonna go that way. But we'll see. Hey, I've been wrong before. It's happened. It's on camera. It's been written. I've been wrong
like
before.
Bucks and Six.
Exactly. I thought that it was gonna be Suns, period. But hey, it happens, bro. It happens. But what I do love about this whole situation is that these verses are generating or rejuvenating a fan base for these people who have been doing these verses who may have been dormant otherwise, and some of them have taken advantage and being able to sell some records or just maybe a little show here and there. But these two factions have put together a whole tour on the back of this thing. What you think about that?
Dope.
Super dope.
It's always been love between the camps, except when it wasn't. But besides that, that's dope. That's good for New York. We need to be out here. They can probably just tour in the state if they wanted to, like tour in the tri-state. Just be in Jersey and New York, Connecticut, and be good.
Yeah.
They could.
I love it. I love it.
That's
I
dope.
love
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I think it's very business savvy of them to do that. I think that it's gonna. As we said it before, more will happen like this.
What they
There'll
need to
be,
do is stop bullshitting and invite Wu-Tang to join them. Oh, what a fucking tour!
yeah,
What a
yeah,
fucking tour!
yeah.
Invite
Because
Wu and
yeah,
just that's it. That's New York. That's what it sounds like, right there.
yeah, and you'll have everybody from like 33 to like 60 buying tickets too, bro.
That'd be
Everybody.
fire. Yeah,
It'll be a
Wu
dope.
Block.
Yeah, yep,
That album wasn't trash. By the way, before we move on,
yeah.
yo, she kind of passed Styles. Sheik been listen, hold up. Sheik
Come
been
on,
super
man.
dirt. No, hold up. Sheik been super dirt for like 20 years. All of a sudden, though, all of a
His
sudden,
last few verses, right?
bro, he been
Yeah,
snapping.
yeah. He
And
has had a
Styles
couple
been
verses.
on that bullshit.
You didn't like the
Bro.
Styles P album that just came out?
Nah, nigga, nah. He been in that Ja Rule shit. He been in that bubblegum shit. And Sheik been just like working. Bro,
Yeah.
I think Sheik passed Styles. Man, maybe it
You
took
didn't
Styles
like
to
none
turn
of that
45.
last Styles P
And nah,
joint?
fuck that Styles album. Sheik probably would have made half those tracks better. The way he rap, bro.
Wow.
The way that Sheik is rapping right now, dead ass. Sheik would have made that shit better. I believe that. Sheik rapping right now, bro. He's hungry.
What was the last joint that he was on that he snapped on that I was like, yo, Sheik had the verse? Remember? And he was featured on somebody's joint recently.
Was it the Rosenberg album? I don't even remember which one it was.
Maybe it was.
Somebody's project.
Yeah, maybe it was
Snapping,
Rosenberg.
bro.
Yeah, he did good. He did good.
And in
man.
that cipher, and in the K Slay cipher joint too.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's the last thing I heard from him was that. So yeah, obviously I'm gonna watch the playback of this joint. Are they airing it on Instagram too?
Yeah, Instagram,
They
Fight
are?
TV. Fight TV ain't bad. You can watch it free. And then don't go to Triller. Fuck Triller.
Yeah.
I don't care that Triller bought the verse, whatever concept.
Yeah.
Fuck Triller. That whole
Yeah.
platform dirt. Fuck Triller. Watch it on IG. Watch it on you can't watch Apple TV no more. Or watch it on Fight TV. Fight TV is not bad.
Fight TV I had never come across yet.
Yeah, FITE. Download the app. It's up there.
Nice.
And it's full screen. You can watch it on your television, so it works. It's on Roku and all that shit.
Oh, okay. Leads me to the question. Let's see. Soulja Boy played the same song 6 times. Soulja Boy is crazy. Leads me to the question. I'm trying to do a concert here in Rockland at the Boulder Stadium. Do you think Hip Hop Show is in order? It holds 8,000 people. My answer to that is yes. But do it sooner than later because I don't know what's going to happen later.
Yep.
Definitely. What?
And definitely book Black.
Yeah, we'll definitely book Black and let me host it. You got to hire me to host it, and you got to have Black as a performer. I would recommend going heavy on what your protocols will be, as far as like keeping people safe and all that, and making sure it's like a safe thing to attend because that's going to play into how popular it can be and the legs it'll grow, in my opinion, in these unsure times that we're in right now. So, make sure that. But yeah, Hip Hop Show, I don't think you gotta, but definitely want to see about getting some sort of notable character in there, to headline, to attract some more people.
Sure.
It would be nice. What you think? What's your take?
Nah, it's a great idea. Protocols in order. Don't accept no cash, so that niggas ain't playing 50 at the door to bypass protocol. You know what I mean? Get the little app that makes you scan the digital wallet, because New York has its own app for this purpose. I got it on my phone, so that you can validate vaccination. You know what I mean? And besides that, I mean, look, Rock, I ain't doing it for free, bro, but I'm gonna give you the discount. You know what I'm saying? Get a discount. I think it'd be dope. And look, there's a couple of people that you can get right now. It's not gonna be nothing crazy. You know what I mean? If you can sell 5,000 tickets, $20 a pop, $40 a pop, whatever the case may be. There's a couple of people out here, names, that'll do that show You know what I mean? For a reasonable number. We can talk about that. Absolutely.
There it is. There it is. I love that though. See, like it'd just be dope if we can stay the course and keep doing things. I want to do the Voice of the Valley showcase. I got to get that in before the year's over. You know what I mean? That's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to do that again. Should be dope. Yo, I interviewed this dude, man, this producer who's worked with like people from like Static Selector, Action Bronson, J. Cole, 2 Chainz. Like he has like this very impressive resume of who he's produced for. His love and passion for music comes from jazz though. Like his idol is like Miles Davis. You know what I'm saying? So he got ill with the keyboard. So Cass, the keyboard producer. That's his IG. I just interviewed him for Voice of the Valley, a remote joint because he's down in Manhattan. Super talented kid, but very down to earth. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be connecting some dots because somebody like him is a very useful, valuable individual to have in your phone and being able to tap into, you know what I mean? So be on the lookout for a Voice of the Valley with Cass, the keyboard producer, and your one and only, yours truly, Gabriel, finally TV in the building, Voice of the Valley. As we move on, there's a little like rumblings now, maybe now more, a little bit more than rumblings at this point, that King's Disease 2 by your favorite MC Nas gonna be coming soon to an ear near you.
Yeah, it's Friday, bro. Friday.
How you feel about that?
Can't wait.
Yeah.
King's Disease is a fire album.
Mm-hmm. So I liked it.
It's a high bar. It's a top 3 Nas album for me. I like it that much.
Wow.
And 3, 4. Yeah, it's in there.
At first, you weren't on it that heavy. You liked a bunch of songs on, but as a project, you weren't jumping on it. Over time, you've developed a real love for it?
I wouldn't say that. I think I was lukewarm on it.
Okay.
Initially. But it's only 12 songs. So liking half the songs out the gate means it's a pretty solid body of work.
Yeah, definitely.
Now I just love it even more.
Gotcha.
So if you're gonna hit me with the King's Disease 2, you gotta come, bro. If this shit is dirt, if this shit is like some Streets Disciple shit again, I'm canceling out. I don't want to hear that.
If it sounds like, you know, the stuff from the cutting room floor from King's Disease, we're gonna be upset.
Maybe. I might even accept some of those throwaways. I think that the sound of that album is good. I like the album. So
no, it was good. Was that the one that Hitmaker helped? What did on that?
Hit Boy.
Yeah, Hit Boy. Yeah, that's the name. Yeah, Hit Boy.
Shit, fire.
Yeah,
it's fire.
Yeah, Hit Boy. Yeah, man. But the thing that caught my eye, brother, was the feature list that I saw. It was a short one.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm up there. It ain't me.
Yo, the man himself, Mr. Marshall Mathers.
Oh, that nigga.
Yeah, that guy.
All right.
But then his name was followed by Lauryn Hill, bro. The reuniting, right? They have a classic song. They have a classic song that can get played anytime, anywhere.
I'm gonna say this, Gabe. He shouldn't have did it.
It's a lot. You talking about a lot to live up to with the King's Disease too.
That's the thing. The Lauryn Hill shit, he should have left it alone.
Yo,
it's gonna get compared to Rule the World.
That song like spoke to your soul. It speaks to your soul. I shouldn't even say spoke. It still speaks to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love that. So when I saw her name, I got super excited. Yeah, when you say it like that, I hope I don't get disappointed, but I was so excited to see those two names because those two, I like it now that M and Nas are going to do something together and see how that goes down because, you know, Nas took the opportunity to let Jay know that M washed him on his own shit. So
because he fucking did.
So let's see what happens here. You know what I mean? Prediction, sir. Prediction. Sir, here's the microphone. Prediction. Marshall Mathers. A verse of Marshall Mathers next to a verse of Nas. Yes, sir. How do you feel?
It's not the same Eminem. So I don't think you're gonna wash him this time.
You don't think you're gonna wash him?
Not the same Eminem. Nah.
Okay.
But young Eminem? Hungry.
Yeah.
Hungry.
There was no stopping the young Eminem.
Nah.
Did you ever get a chance to go back and listen to Mickey Fax's diss record? Wraith.
No.
You didn't?
No.
Bro, I told you that's the best one. Go back
told me,
and
but
listen.
I didn't care. Like, I heard the Lupe verse, I heard the Royce verse. I'm like, I don't care about this shit.
Can you please go listen to that verse later while you're eating something?
Maybe.
It's dope. It's a good verse. I'm telling you, man.
Well, I like Royce da 5'9" a lot. I didn't like that fucking record. I know it's a diss record. It's like 85 minutes long. It was mad boring. It was super over the head, but I get it. Like, but nah, man. Like, this record is supposed to be visceral. They're supposed to be like, you know what I mean? I had your wifey in the attic.
Can you please go listen to Mickey's joint?
Maybe. I said maybe.
I said please. Please. Do yourself a favor. Would you really?
You said this about the other records, but it's fine. Whatever. Yo, Cassidy and Tory Lanez.
Yeah, hold up. That's my valid. I guess one of my valid subs. Yo, what up? Matt Santoro in the building. What's up, baby? The Token Hour podcast. Make sure you checking that brother out. That's one of my valid subs for you. Tory Lanez, Cassidy flamed Tory Lanez because Tory Lanez rapped over "I'm a Hustler" and actually was just kind of paying homage to Cassidy, and Cassidy took it as a diss and went on a 6-minute rampage with a song called Perjury. Valid or sus, my friend?
I ain't like how you introduced this segment because you basically no, that ain't cool because you can't take Tory Lanez's point when you introduce the segment. Oh, he was paying homage. How the fuck do you know he wasn't just biting and got caught?
Because that's the tweet. That's from I'm reading tweets. Tweets.
So Tory said he was paying homage, but Cassie said, nah, he wasn't paying no homage there. You just stole my words.
Correct.
I listened to the record.
Yeah.
He did a lot of his shit.
But he said he was paying homage to him.
How? Just taking different Cassidy verses and I guess maybe, but you know.
Valid or sus?
Valid.
It's valid. Okay.
Valid. Okay. Because it doesn't matter how you did it, right? Mm-hmm. Cass took it one way. He took it like he was trying to steal the man words. And I think what set him off was what he said. He said, it's not the first time you've done this.
Right.
And I think that's the part that we overlooking. Like, right. Cass hit on something that's important. Like, Tory Lanez been accused on several occasions of jacking niggas' words.
Mm-hmm. I too agree. And I don't agree with Cassidy very often. He has a weird way of explaining things, but he's right on this one. You know what I mean? And I just love that Cassidy's that old school hip hop head who's like, yo, I'm just going to throw this shit on wax and fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love that about him. I love that he won't let that go away and that's the way he retaliates. He talks wild shit in interviews and then he puts mad music out behind it. You know what I'm saying?
It was definitely like a 2006 diss record. Even the beat was like 2006.
Because he keeps making his own beats and shit. He won't get away from that, bro. I don't know what's wrong with that boy.
Yo, Cat, this nigga beats ain't good.
Crazy. The bull. Crazy.
The best thing Tory Lanez can do is not respond.
He's gonna respond.
If he responds, and Tory Lanez is a troll, but the way that the world is right now, if he responds, he gonna lose.
Yo, yeah.
He gonna lose. Yeah. Like, just don't respond. Cass ain't got a big enough clout badge out here to carry no beef by itself. We just don't care. So if Tory responds, it makes it news. If he shut the fuck up, it don't.
Right. He will. I can almost guarantee he will. How about this, sir? The Kanye joint. Supposed to be dropping Donda. Supposed to be dropping August 6th.
Friday.
Along with Nas.
Friday.
Valid as Sus that is dropping Friday. Record. What do you got?
I don't know, bro. Nobody fucking knows.
Valid as Sus.
Listen, Kanye been working on this album for 3-4 years.
Can you tell people how you were in a cave with Kanye making music in Africa?
Supposed to be working on Donda. That's how long this shit been in the studio. That we was working on. This shit is different. This shit ain't had no beats in it. It was niggas humming, chanting and shit like
over violin strings.
Over violin strings. So like like I said last week or the week before.
What's your prediction?
Maybe, bro. Remember when he let the Life of Pablo go, and then 2 days later, 3 of the tracks had changed. He had like changed verses and then like changed the beat and then brought in new parts. Like, what the fuck? How you release a project and keep tweaking it? Yo, Kanye is on some next level shit. So you're asking me, is it coming out? Maybe if he fucking feels like it. Right now, he's renting out a whole stadium at $1 million a day because he can. He's renting out the Mercedes-Benz Dome in Atlanta at a cost of $1 million a day. Just so they don't host any events in there. Just so they don't do anything else in there while he's working. $1 million a day. Kanye fucking West, his studio right now is like a little mini box this big, a laptop and a mic. He can record wherever he wants to. He can record on his bus, at a hotel. This motherfucker is renting out a stadium. Let me say one more time, at $1 million a day just because he can.
Ain't that some shit, kid?
Kanye left his listening party, went to the back room, the locker room, and recorded the new song for the album right there.
Listen, I'm gonna say this to this Valid as Sus.
Yeah.
If the question is Kanye dropping Donda on Friday, I'm gonna say sus, and I'm gonna tell you that it's either gonna come a day early or late. It's not dropping on Friday.
Maybe.
It's not dropping on Friday. And Jay's going to drop something on Thursday night just because Nas is dropping on Friday. The hidden files and shit.
Watch the Throne 2 is coming out Thursday night. You heard it here first.
Word. Kanye is going to drop.
Jay hate that nigga. He be hating him so hard. He said he left the Kardashian estate to rent an arena. Bro, yo, Bravo. Imagine working in a closet. That room he's in basically is a closet. Yeah. Imagine working in a closet, but paying $1 million a day to do so, just because you can.
Skills. Yo, Kanye is wild, bro, and Jay is a very spiteful person. I swear, bro. You know what? Maybe that's what he'll do. Maybe that's what he'll only drop the song with the Jay feature when Nas drops his album. Maybe that's what he'll do.
I think more niggas will listen to that than the Nas album. At least that day.
Yeah, that'll happen for a fact. What up, Bill Skills? What's going on, brother? My phone's dying over here, so forgive me. But we've hit the top of the hour, brother, where we try to do our tape deck project review. This is where we name a project and then go ahead and study the project. And then talk about it in a very standardized way where we break down a few things. We break down the content. We break down the structure. We break down the production. We break our least and most favorite tracks and if we would run it back or not. So this week's joint was called The Blackout. It was by one Matthew Hardy, who goes by, actually the full name is Matthew MJT Hardy. So let me just pull up this track list. It was called The Blackout. Ironically enough, it was called The Blackout. And okay, I have it in front of me now. All right.
Well, I gotta get a new ring. This is why. Like niggas just jacking my shit. Yo, when Call of Duty dropped Blackout, that shit hurt my heart. I was like, yo, they about to fuck me up in SEO. I gotta change this shit. They just own SEO. I can't get no name.
The Blackout, it's called. All right, dope. So Matthew MJT Hardy, that's MJT Hardy. I actually did a Voice of the Valley with this brother, very intelligent person. He's very conscious. He what I love about him, we had a very long conversation about the N word, and its not the origins more or less, but the use of it and what it means to him and why he doesn't use it anymore, and how, like, you know, he's not pushing that on anybody. You can talk however you want to talk. He just personally does not like to use the word. He also, and I never knew this, and y'all will see why we're talking about this type of stuff in a moment, but he also doesn't use MFer at all because of the origins behind that word. And he was putting me on, and, like, you know, we could talk about it later time, but I never knew what he was telling me about that particular curse word and what it means and where it came from. You know what I mean? So he's done some studying, you know, so he's a very well-read brother. He's very conscious, like I say, been messing with hip hop for a while. He actually has a very good bloodline, so to speak, that he doesn't talk about very often, and you know, I can't put his business out there, but he definitely has people in his bloodline that have done things in the world that that you listen to all the time. So he put out a project called The Blackout. I think it's like his 4th project that he put out, and I asked Blackout to give it a listen. It was 29 minutes, and very conscious, very I guess black empowerment kind of theme to the whole thing, hence The Blackout. What did you think upon listening to this particular one? Let's start with content, because I really want to start with content first. So what did you think about that?
I appreciated the content.
Yeah. Did you appreciate the way he was able to express himself with that stuff?
No.
You didn't?
Nope.
Okay. So I definitely, you know, saw the message in his music. He made that very clear and evident, you know what I mean, through and through, you know. And like, when you say too much, it's almost like I think to myself, well, duh, it's called The Blackout. Like, this is all about that. It's going to be 29 minutes of me telling you what I think about everything. So content wise, you were good with the message in there, I would assume.
Of course.
Yeah.
The lesson was fine. The topics that he was touching was fine. The way he tried to have different perspectives about these topics, I thought was fine.
Mm-hmm. Okay, dope. Yeah. What did you? So that's the content part of it, and I agree. I thought, you know, and some of that stuff just needs to be said, needs to be reiterated, needs to be said to different people. So it's okay that, you know, because he's not the only one who feels that way. So, and we've heard it a bunch of times, but at least it's a fresh way of doing it. New people listening, so that's cool. When we talk about the production on there, and then a little bit of like what I was saying, like the delivery of it all, you know, how did you feel about that part of it? I guess that kind of speaks to structure too. So let's do structure, because then that'll kind of blend into, you know, how it was delivered.
I didn't like the delivery.
You didn't like the delivery. Okay. No. Talk about it.
I thought it was really weak metaphors. I thought it was pandering as fuck. Mm-hmm. There's a way to be creative, to me, when you give a message or you have thought-provoking music, than just saying the obvious, if that makes sense. It's like when George Floyd was going through the Can't Breathe thing. It's one thing to make mention of it to make a point, and that's fine. It's another thing to use the same similes that everybody else would use, right? And drive that point home. You say a headline, and you just keep jumping from headline to headline instead of actually explaining your position on it and the dichotomy behind it. Does that make sense? That's what I call pandering. Not saying that you're not woke or you're not well versed in the subject matter, but it doesn't come across unless you delve into the topic, the why, and not just say what everybody else would say, the way they would say it.
So you want him to be more creative in that?
Of course.
Got you. So I don't want to assume. So what do you think about his rapping ability?
I don't think it's good.
You don't like his rapping ability?
I don't know what that means. I don't like the way he delivered on this album. I think you have to be hit. NF, who is a rapper who does not curse and is also of the Caucasian persuasion. Love that guy. Love him. Never listen to his music. Go listen to him. NF, right? Almost everything he puts out is fucking dope. He's lyrically dope. Like he has a way with words, and he talks about subject matters in a way that's real to him, and he delivers those. Right? He doesn't try to be a white rapper acting black. He doesn't have the prism of my upbringing as an example, into which to show his story through. He's just him, but he's just dope with words, period. And he paints those pictures. That's what I mean. If you're not going to put on the armor or use the prism of the medium that you're using, right? This is like, to me, it's like a nigga throwing a football on a basketball court. If you're not going to use it the right way, then don't. It comes across as pandering. That's what I mean. So this album may have had good intent, right? And I like the subject matter, but the way it was done was like preachy, right? It was like very fucking preachy, right? Not insightful, just like got it, understood. Got it, understood. Do you have a different perspective on what are you saying about this? How do you change those things? Because if you're going to preach about it, then you must be coming with solutions. Does that make sense? Like Dr. King wasn't on a podium talking about equality and then had no answers. He wasn't just up there saying, this is bad. And then I'll see y'all next week to tell you that it's bad again. That's what I mean. So if you're going to approach the topic this way, approach it fully, completely. Don't just pander.
You could. Yeah, definitely. You can have that. From my point of view, listening, I did not not like this. Like I was telling them that this was actually playing in the car while we were driving from Jersey, and we just let it play. You know what I mean? It just let it play, and it played through. And when I looked at Angie, she was like, there wasn't anything that I just needed to fast forward, you know? So from our point of view, it just kind of played through. I was just listening, you know, like, and I'm just hearing what you're telling me, and I'm trying to pay attention to see if you could rap or not. You know what I mean? I do think he can rap. I think this kid could put together words, and I think he cares about, you know, his flow and the intricacies there within. So from that point of view, I think he's a solid. He reminds me of Talib a lot, like his voice, you know, like, and the way he delivers it. He reminds me of Talib Kweli a lot, you know. And I told him that, and I asked him if anybody else had ever, said that to him, and he was like, no. And I'm like, nobody's ever compared you to Talib Kweli in this lane, you know.
Have you listened to Talib Kweli, bro?
Yeah, this is like
compared it to that.
No, this is when I say Talib, I'm talking about early Talib. You know what I mean? Like probably right before he hooked up with Mos Def. You know, like he sounded like that. You know, so it played where and like the beats on there. What I took a little bit of issue with this particular body of work was the engineering. And I even asked him during our interview, like, who did the engineering? Because I was just curious. I didn't want to like critique him, you know, during the interview. But I just wanted to know, you know, who did it. Because like it wasn't consistent throughout. And what's crazy is that it was the same engineer that engineered the whole thing. You know what I mean? So like I found that very interesting because I would have guessed that there was at least 2 or 3 different engineers that touched it. You know what I mean? Like different songs and stuff like that. But that wasn't the case. And I found that kind of striking because I would have put money on that there was different people dealing with that aspect of this album, because just the levels alone, like they just fluctuate too much from song to song. And it's kind of something I wanted to touch on for other people. You know, we could use this as a topic for next time we get together, you know, that we bring Drawzilla in on it, but like people really do sleep on the mastering and mixing of their projects, man. Like, I don't know why it's so overlooked, but I feel like it's an overlooked aspect. And I think that people think getting their joint mixed means that they're just playing with the EQ on the board and then recording it and letting that be the master of it all. That's not it. Like, there's way more to that whole aspect of your music. You know what I mean? I would love to talk about that a little bit more in depth and for future stuff. But back to MJT. So in that way, the structure of it, I thought, like, I'm just looking at it for song to song and going through it all. It kind of made sense the way he all laid it out, so I was okay with that. I heard the message; it was very clear and evident. Like you said, it was super on the nose, super on the nose. You know what I mean? So that's that. So overall, do I wish he like delivered it a little differently in certain ways? Yes. I definitely wish he would have got it mixed and mastered a little bit better or a lot better. You know what I mean? So that's my take on content. We do structure. What did you think about the production?
It was okay for these, I guess, for the style of music, the style of rapping. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't have any problem with the production. I had the problem with the way it was mixed. You know what I mean? And yeah, I told him that too. You know what I mean? That the beats were like they were pretty good. I think he knows. I think he knows where his voice is at with it and how he's gonna go about a song. So he picks like beats that are in that lane for him.
Sure.
So I was curious to ask you though, would you consider those more new wave or more slated towards old school?
Neither.
Neither. Is that a good thing?
It don't sound like nothing we listening to today. And it don't necessarily remind me of like 88,
Yesteryear.
93. It don't. I don't. It's. I told you, listening to this, I didn't know if I never met the guy.
Right.
I couldn't tell he was black, and that may seem like it may seem arbitrary, but to me, it's fucking not. Like if you, I could not tell this was a black person rapping. Sounds right. The cadences sounded right to me. It sounded like mimicry, and I don't mean that with any kind of good or bad anything on it. I just mean like that's how it sounded to me. It came across. I don't know. I don't know how to even explain it. Because I asked you, I was like, "Is this a white dude? Like, what is he?" He may be blacker than black. I don't know, but it did not come off that way to me.
Right. So just to clarify, he is a black dude.
Sure, yeah, you told me that.
Yeah, Puerto Rican blood in there somewhere along the line. You know what I mean? All right. So production wise, I think you might have liked it a little bit less than me, but I didn't hate it at all. I definitely didn't hate it. I didn't think it was bad.
I didn't like the production at all.
Yeah.
I told you, I think it's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
For this project, I think it's okay.
Okay. All right. So there we might be a little bit closer than I thought. Least and most favorite.
This is tough. I listened twice. I was on my third playthrough when we started the show before.
Okay.
I was listening to it.
Okay.
I don't know, bro. Like shit like Why Sleep and Keep It Real was just like whatever to me. I think Old Me has good energy. So I guess if I had to pick one, it'll be Old Me. He has good energy. It goes in. Bro, I'm conflicted. Like I listened to this project. Like even when it starts off with the lash with the skit, and I'm telling you, like I'm listening to it, and the imagery on the album cover, you cannot tell this man's race. This whole thing just kind of rubbed me weird. Right? Everybody's not going to get to meet him in person, right? You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not going to know him personally. And we've talked about this before too, right? It's not enough that you, Gabe, know these people, you know their stories, you talk about their life, and you understand where they're coming from. You have to present yourself as an artist to the people you want to hear it, or the people that are going to hear it. So when you have iconography, we talked about this, like on that fucking shit about old boy's house number and all that kind of like in a boat in a storm. Like, all right, I get it, but I don't get it. Like, why does that even matter? Because you're not explaining it to me in your music. This picture of him where you can't even tell his race, right? Because I'm looking at it, and for what I could see, he doesn't sound like me. And I can't tell what he looks like. And it's you got to understand that is coloring how I'm listening to it. Does that make sense? Because it's putting me in the
Sure.
mindset as to where I'm unsure, and that matters. Like if you made a song in the first and everything was like nigga, 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 and I knew you were white, I'm gonna take that differently than if the baby started off a song and said nigga, 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 nigga. I just
Right.
but that's the truth. You receive it differently.
Yeah.
You receive it differently. That doesn't make it better or worse. You just receive it differently.
Right.
This album, I was conflicted because I couldn't tell, and his voice didn't make it obvious to me, and I can't see him on the cover. So I'm listening to these records like, is this guy mixed? Because this is not even like, to me, super articulate rapping. It's just super on the nose, kind of like what Eminem does when he's trying to do Black Lives Matter shit. And it's like, stop. It's like, stop. Don't be witty with your words. Don't be witty with the punchlines here. Leave this topic the hell alone. You know what I mean? Just go be Marshall Mathers. So on this project, I don't really have a favorite. I don't have a worst. I got a couple songs like I'm not really jacking these, but I get it, and I get from what you're telling me. But as a listener, as somebody that's not me and you, if this is my introduction to this person as an artist, I am not sure what the hell I'm listening to and who's giving it to me. That matters. Even a picture of him being black as fuck on the cover would change how I heard this. Does that make sense? And that's important.
Sure.
Talking about an album.
Yeah, I think a preconceived notion about something is going to alter how you receive it. That's just facts.
So present it differently.
Yeah. So, I know you ran it back a couple times to listen to it. Any run back value on this one for you?
I don't even think my opinion even matters because I don't think this was presented to me in a way where I could appreciate it because I was already feeling this type of way. Like I said, I heard his voice and it sounded white, and I listened to the intro and like, what the fuck? And what are we doing here? And it didn't make sense to me. So I don't think my opinion has any value because I heard it with a different ear. I really did. I listened to this differently.
Right. For me, typically,
his name is Matthew Hardy. Like, is that his real name?
Matthew MJT Hardy. Yeah.
Like, so that's two wrestlers' names put together. No, for real. There's one from AEW and one from WWE.
Yeah, he said he fights that in the CO. He does.
Even more reason why I thought it was the white guy.
Listen, typically and generally speaking, like theme albums, I typically don't run back. So and this will just fit that mold for me where I wouldn't run it back because, like, I heard the message. It's very, very to like one of your phrases. It's very on the nose. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't have any problems with the way I'm fitting to deal with people in the world, no matter who the fuck you are. So, like, I don't need to be preached to in this way. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I personally don't have to run it back. You know what I mean? However, I will say that, bless him for wanting to get it off his chest and put it out in some form or fashion. You know what I mean?
But who is it for? I talk about this now. Like I said, for me, this is a staple. Who is this for, Gabe?
I think he means this to go to his fellow brothers and sisters and for the ones that aren't woke to wake up. I think that's who he's aiming this at. Wake up to like, I think he views people not achieving their full potential as a travesty. And he says he feels and sees it way too often in his own community. So he wants that to change. So I think this is his way of telling people, that they should change their ways and, see their full potential.
Okay.
I really think that's what this comes down to. He's definitely not coming from a place where he's like, I'm trying to pander to get some money, from this work. He's on some, I want to try to uplift. And if I think he's come across enough people that listen to him talk and tell him oh, I didn't look at it like that, or yeah, you right, you know what I mean? So that's why I think he feels so empowered to do projects like this, you know? So, but I think he's a pretty smart dude. If he watches this back and listens to you speak on it, you know, he may, you know, I think he's bright enough to pull out the constructive criticism there within, you know, and make it happen on the next one. You know, he didn't make it seem like this is going to be an ongoing theme for his music per se, but this is it's a second chapter of a previous body of work called Fade to Black. And then, so this was the follow up to that.
Do I know this dude? Does this dude know me?
I don't, he was at the yard with me when you was there. He didn't perform. He didn't perform, but he knows Sean Pitcher, the other side, the dude through the event, whose crib. Shout out to Sean Pitcher throwing the yard out there. So yeah, man. So for me, I'm not gonna run it back only because I don't need to hear it again. But yeah, that's it. So MJT Hardy, Matthew MJT Hardy, The Blackout. That's it. That's that review. What are we gonna listen to in the interim? We gonna just do Nas, Kanye? Because we're not here next week.
Nah.
What you want?
You listen to Black King. When we come back, we talk about Black King.
Nah, it's no. I want to have actually something to talk about when we come back
on
the air.
Oh shit! Shit!
When we come back on the 17th, I actually want to have something to talk about. So
wow.
It's your pick this week, so
I just told you what it was, and you just shitted on me. Wow! Damn!
You know I love you, but
friends,
you have a history. You have a track record.
We ain't fucking friends.
I'm not friends with King Black. He ain't followed me yet on Instagram.
Oh my fucking god! All right, look. You know I want to run that King's Disease too.
Okay.
But I think we got to double dip.
That's what I'm saying.
We're gonna take a week off. We might as well just do both.
Which ones?
Stop it. Donda and King's Disease too.
Kanye? Okay. So not Black King, because you know it's not gonna be ready.
No, because you're a fucking hater. You know what I mean? So we'll come back. We will come back and do
listen,
Donda.
It's been recorded. It's been recorded.
And then the following week we'll do Black King. There you go.
You know what he's doing, y'all, right? Buying time. Buying time.
All right.
That shit ain't ready. Right. That shit is not ready.
I ain't letting you hear it now. I was gonna pull up, let you hear it.
How many tracks?
11.
11.
Yeah.
Fire. Yo, do you know anything about a track that had this girl, pretty dope? She was a singer, thin chick, and there was this rapper from Kingston and some black dude. It was like Brigavelli, Dom Gotti, and Blackout on a track, and I was supposed to get like the updated version or whatever. You say you did something to it, and I was supposed to get it. Do you know anything about a Dom Gotti, Brigavelli, Blackout? I know, you're King Black. There used to be a rapper named Blackout.
Yo, shout out to Dom Gotti, put out his project a couple weeks ago.
Pablo.
Yeah, shout out to track number 7, Heaven's Gate.
Goomba. That's what it's called, Goomba.
Yeah.
What's your track?
Somebody made that beat. It's kind of fire. Heaven's Gate.
Beat? You made Heaven's Gate?
Yeah.
I knew there was.
Oh, the hate. The hate is real.
Yeah, that one's fire.
Of course it
is. That one's dope. Yo, not for nothing, I told them too that it's 24 songs. Mm-hmm. That shit heats up. like I told them straight up, like I got through the first half, there were some dope songs there and here, but then all of a sudden, bro, like track 11 comes on and it's like boom, boom, and it just heats up. It gets better and better. I love what DNA gave him a couple times. DNA actually gave him verses. I was like, oh, look at DNA actually came with a pen. You know what I mean? So shout out Dom Gotti and Goomba, man. I'm sure he's doing numbers. He's doing his thing out there. Shout out to King Black. It is that am I saying that right?
King Black.
And King. Or you
you'll see the
with a
spelling.
Q?
You'll see the spelling. Don't worry about all that.
Are you doing it with a Q?
All right. All right. You know who's not gonna be in the album?
Gabriel. I'm never on that. Okay. Spicy. Listen, brother. I'm not gonna see you next week. So you know,
It's FaceTime. You ain't gotta be all weird about it, but all right.
you know what I'm saying? But y'all be good. We won't be here next week, but that don't mean we ain't coming right back on the 17th. We're going to review the Kanye and Nas album. I want to salute everybody who tuned in to this live today. I really do appreciate y'all. Shout out to Angie. Shout out to Black. Shout out to Cass. Shout out to Matt and Bravo and Rocky and all the dope people who tuned into the show tonight. I really appreciate y'all. We really do. In 2 weeks, we will be back. So, Black, take us home, man. End the show for us.
Yo, love, peace, hair grease. From Mr. Rivera, from myself. Until next time, keep it nice, short, and sweet. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We up out of here.
Peace.